the economic downturn, the pandemic downturn, and the fact that we're not there physically. So to help the small businesses in Wisconsin, I would like to solicit your help in going to their site, the Hmong American Chamber of Commerce, to purchase a package that the small business community has put together. I also want to talk to you about going to the Wisconsin communities and the links, and asking you to help them with volunteering and helping not only in providing social services, but also anything that we can possibly do. Otto?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Belle. Thank you for the intro and the great work we did for raising the money yesterday at the benefit event. It was a fun event. There was a lot of different salon as well. I was actually attending the poker salon on getting some good tips from Lou Diamondfield, who, as everybody knows, he's famous in Hollywood, but it turns out he's actually a very good poker player. Including playing with Brad Pitt because he was famous. So we get to learn a lot of very interesting things about our Asian community trailblazers in so many areas, and other than just politics, but also in entertainment and in so many business areas as well. And it is truly an honor to be able to help out the folks. As we know, not being in Wisconsin this time around in Milwaukee, a lot of the businesses who are dependent on a lot of our assistance certainly has, a lot of hotel cancellations, restaurants certainly would be suffering from the fact that the convention became virtual. So we really need to be out there to help. And so getting the word out to help the folks in Milwaukee is so important because ultimately we absolutely need to win Wisconsin state. And this is one of the best way we could do is making sure that our local communities are being supported, especially during this tough time during the pandemic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too bad that we can't be in Milwaukee in person. I had the pleasure of visiting Milwaukee a year ago and meeting with the wonderful communities there. And to think that we were planning having all these activities with them and visiting the small businesses that were around Milwaukee and getting to know the people, the leaders in the community, in the business area, and in the political area. It was very heartwarming to talk to these folks. I hope that we'll get a chance to we will get a chance to see them in a not too distant future. And for sure, we will all join forces to vote and make sure that we elect Joe Biden, President of the United States, and Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States. This is so very exciting. We are in very unprecedented times, and I know that all of us are coping the best we can, but we're going to be active as though we were able to go on knocking on doors. We'll just do it virtually. Otto?
Yes, so as you know, I'm also running for a position here in the county supervisor in Santa Clara County. So instead of the knocking on doors, kissing babies, or shaking hands, those are basically illegal here because we have to shelter in place. So we certainly would do more by doing door hangers, for example. And we have to go virtual and getting the word out to folks through Facebook or other means just to make sure that everybody is being reached. And I see that we have our chair waiting.
Yeah, we see our chair waiting. So let me, I have the pleasure and the honor to introduce the chair of the Democratic National Committee. I have known Tom for quite a number of years, from when he was a councilman in Montgomery County. And fast forward, as chair of the DNC, he has made some revolutionary strides to change our party. His leadership and his tireless activism and support for all of us to elect the next president of the United States is absolutely unparalleled. Without further ado, let me turn it over to Tom.
Thank you so much, Belle, and good afternoon or good morning, because for Otto it's good morning, and for others it's good afternoon. It is great to be with you. I'm sorry that I'm with you virtually. We're here in Milwaukee. We've got whatever, 5, 6 hours until we start this convention, which continues to be anchored here, but will be a convention across America. This is an unconventional convention, but it is going to be a really exciting convention. There's so much momentum on our side. Last week was a remarkably historic week. I had many conversations with Bell over the course of last week in context of the announcement of Kamala Harris. And Bell, thank you again for your friendship and leadership throughout so many years. You are a tireless leader. I remember when we first came to Milwaukee and announced that Milwaukee would be our choice. First thing Bell did was organize here among the Hmong American community, because we wanted to make sure that every corner of this state felt part of this convention. And while I'm very, very disappointed that we can't be here in person, we know that it's the right thing to do, because we've got to put safety first. And that's exactly what we've done. We're going to have a different convention, and I think you're going to be inspired by it. We ordinarily don't hear from the president, the presidential nominee, until the final night. You're going to hear from Vice President Biden every night. Why is that? Because we need to have conversations with America about the issues of the moment. We've got 3 crises, and they are huge crises, each of them in their own right. Our coronavirus pandemic, our economic collapse, and our civil rights pandemic. And the common denominator in all is abject presidential failure by Donald Trump. And so you're going to see each night conversations with folks in, for instance, tonight, the vice president will have a conversation about criminal justice issues with a number of leaders. You'll see a conversation regarding the pandemic with healthcare leaders. You'll see a conversation about the economy with the vice president, because we've got to get a handle on these things. And, you know, good leaders are good listeners. And that's what Joe Biden does so well. He's a good listener. He understands that if we want to lead, we got to listen to the experts on coronavirus. We've got to listen to the experts on healthcare. We've got to listen to Americans across the country about how we build back better. And so you'll see those tonight. I'm really excited about the wide array of people who will be speaking. Our theme is to unite our country, not simply our party, our country. Because you know what? We need a commander in chief. We need a uniter in chief. We need a consoler in chief, because so many people are suffering. And what we have right now is a tweeter in chief, someone who's only concerned about himself. And that is so not who we are as a nation. And so I'm really excited about what you will see. Tonight's lineup, we're talking about we the people. That's our theme tonight. Leaders coming across, leaders stepping to the plate in this pandemic to lead, leading in the absence of federal leadership. You'll hear from Governor Cuomo, you'll hear from Governor Whitmer, you'll hear from others. And frankly, during the course of the week, you're not simply going to hear from Democrats, because Joe Biden practices what Ted Kennedy taught me, which was the politics of arithmetic. Addition beats subtraction any day of the week. 270 electoral votes defeats Trump. Winning big helps to defeat Trumpism. And what we say to everybody this week is, doesn't matter who you voted for in the past, whether it was a Republican, an independent, a Democrat, or you didn't vote at all. There's a home for you in the Democratic Party. Come join us. Come see our unity. Come see our diversity. Come see our bold platform. Come see all of those things at work. We are so excited about our ticket, and we're so excited about the history we made last week. But that history will only be a footnote in history unless we win in November. And that's exactly what we will do. And one thing that I know for sure is the AAPI vote is indispensable to our success. And Bell, you have been such a tireless leader. You think about all of these battleground states and what we can do to marshal the AAPI vote. Your council, our council, working together has done so much work across this country. And I am so proud of what everybody has done. I'm so appreciative of Grace Meng, one of our vice chairs. Just talked to her this morning to say thank you. We have a lot to celebrate, but folks, we got 78 days till the weekend. So let's have some fun this week. Let's celebrate our values. Let's celebrate our standard bearers. Let's celebrate our history making moments. And then let's get right back to work, because so many people, especially people in the shadows, are dependent on us. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you again, Bell, Otto, for your leadership. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'll get in a foxhole with y'all any day of the week. And greetings again from the great state of Wisconsin and the great city of Milwaukee. We will miss you, but we will have that convention across America. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with us for the last 2 hours. It has gone by so fast. And that is because we have had a wonderful group of speakers who told you the API stories of valor, the stories of caring, the stories of integrity and honor. This is who we are. We, the people, each and every one of us is part of this tapestry, made up of threads of different colors, which when woven together becomes something beautiful to behold. Let me repeat that the days ahead will be intense in our fight for the soul of our nation. As a vice president often says, but it will be a worthy fight. The alternative is not an option. So strengthening your conviction, and as the song Democracy says, believe that we have the power to change through our vote. Believe that democracy will triumph. Thank you, and see you around the convention. And please come back and join us on Wednesday, same time. We have a wonderful program lined up for you. And once again, please remember to support the Hmong Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
That's a wrap. Good job, everybody.